me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. Let rain fall, let rain
And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter along with Keith Fustel, and we're in our snazzy new indoor studio here this morning at Laurel Park, trying something new. That's the historic Laurel Park paddock behind us here. We have the green screen behind us. They can put any kind of fancy image and graphic up behind us, so they're making us look good, the TV crew here at Laurel Park today. And it's a little chilly out there today, so a nice appreciated indoor studio this weekend.
Yeah, chilly, very breezy
yes.
today, so we're going to be dealing with that. We've got a nice fast track. The sun is shining at Laurel Park, and we've got a great weekend in store. We're back to 4-day-a-week racing.
That's right.
Big stakes. We got 4 stakes on Saturday. Looking forward to a good weekend here.
Yep, and a nice carryover to get you going today in our 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. That will start race 3 today on the 8-race program. Don't sleep on it. It starts in race 3. There's the carryover, a little over $4,100 for that 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. I have a ticket for it. Everybody should take a shot today at the Pick 6. Tomorrow, we have that big popular national wager, the Stronach 5 tomorrow, with that guaranteed $50,000 pool, industry low 12% takeout. And there's the menu of races tomorrow. The Stronach 5 will start right here at Laurel Park, race 9. That's a big 10-horse field to kick it off. Then Gulfstream, Santa Anita, back to Gulfstream, and we wrap up with Golden Gate. So an exciting lineup of races tomorrow for that big Stronach 5.
We've had some life-changing Fridays with this Stronach 5 wager,
payouts.
no doubt about it. So don't miss out on the Stronach 5 tomorrow.
So that's tomorrow. This Saturday, Keith, you touched on it, opening the show here. This Saturday, a great card of racing. We have 4, count them, $400,000 stakes. The Fire Plug, the What a Summer, the Native Dancer, the Nellie Morse, the Fire Plug, some talented sprinters in there. Shane's Jewel. You have the Red Hot Home Run Maker in there for Jeremiah Englehart. Mike Maker showing up to town with Dushare. So a talented group of runners in the Fire Plug. One of 4 stakes we have this Saturday.
I like Home Run Maker a little bit as a price. That horse had a little bit more in the tank. Needs to improve just a little bit, man. But he was getting good late in the year. Yeah.
Yep. All right, so that's this Saturday. Let's show you the main track today and get right into our card. We have a fast track today. And the weather, you mentioned the weather, the wind, it might be a little bit of a factor today. We're in the mid-30s, sunny, and no rain, so that's good. No rain, no snow. It's sunny, but a little breezy. I believe wind gust around 30, 40, maybe up to 50 miles an hour today for the wind gust. So our hats off to our jockeys.
Sure.
We have some of the best and most talented and toughest jockeys in the country right here at Laurel Park. So good luck to all the jockeys out there today.
It's winter racing. This is what we sign up for when we're here in the Mid-Atlantic. You get days like this. We battle through it, and then we trudge on. Yeah.
All right, let's get right to it here. Race 1's going to kick off the early pick 5 here in race 1 with that industry low 12% takeout. It's a mandatory payout here on this early pick 5 starting in race 1. Let's take a look here. Race 1, the old-fashioned wide-open nickel, 4 and up, no conditions here. Bunch of old war horses in the opener going 5.5 furlongs. Scratch to 2, sing praises. That horse, that 7-year-old, was 3-1 morning line. So the two sing praises, a big late scratch here in the opener. I end up on the 6, my top pick here. Big Slick with Trevor McCarthy aboard for Jeffrey Englehart. A sharp win last out against First Level Allowance Company at Charlestown. Big 71 buyer that day for this 5-year-old. That was a lifetime best. So it looks like Engelhardt has Big Slick in good form right now. He's a 3-time winner at Laurel Park. He attracts one of our leading riders, McCarthy. He should get a nice trip on the outside here, the 6 Big Slick. My pick here in the opener.
He's certainly familiar with Laurel Park. You see that 11 starts, 3 wins, a couple seconds, and a couple thirds. They got what they wanted. They finally got that A other than condition, the open A other than done out of the way up at Charlestown. That bunch was okay. I wasn't really sold on it. He's going to have to deal with some other speed. Now, he might be able to just sit just off of it. He's going to be a shorter price. Marty with the party draws outside, gets the benefit of the scratch of the 2 Sing Praises. I go for a little bit more value. I go to the 3. I'm going to come back. Goodbye, see you later. Just ran on January the 5th. A mile. He's been okay at a mile, but he was under a snug hold early. Maybe took a little run out, made a middle move, and then flattened. I like to turn back in distance. A little bit of speed to target. I think he's going to have finish at this 5.5 for a long distance.
Yeah, Caron teams up with Gerald Almodovar with the 8-year-old, and now 8-year-old Goodbye, see you later. He's made over $250,000. And Almodovar and Caron, they're a solid 27% together. So I used the 3. Goodbye, see you later. We both like the 5 here as well. Runaway Bull for trainer Hassan Alamri. Javion Toledo on this 6-year-old son of Macho Uno. A big effort last out right here at Laurel Park, December 23rd against Open Nickel Company. It was 14-1 that day. He set about mid-pack, had a stalking trip, was kind of close to the pace and hung around there in a decent third. Got beat a half length with a decent 67 buyer. So if he runs back to that today, he'll be right there, the 5.
Tried hard every step of the way. Got in good position. Might be able to even save a little bit more ground today. Can he pair up the number? But Toledo stays. That's a positive.
Sure.
Runaway Bull will take game. He'll probably, I think, maybe even be a little bit closer than my top selection when they turn for home. El Grillo, another user, I believe. Michael Gorman, he likes to strike at a price. I don't know why he was spotted in that A other than last time out.
Yeah, cool. We have a video. El Grillo, the 7-year-old for Gorham. Here's the race from December 8th right here at Laurel Park. This was against Open 8,000 this day.
Yeah, and got a little bit of trouble out of the gate. You're seeing a little bit of bumping around, drifted out just slightly, and a little kiss there with his buddy to the outside of him, the 2-horse. And you're going to pick it up again. He's going to draft well off the pace. They were flying up front that afternoon. The great provider doing it all on the front end. But picked this horse up on the rail, running about 5th through the stretch past the 8th pole. Eases out for the final 1/8 of a mile, and very willing to the wire was El Grillo. 9-1 that day. I think you're going to get something similar to that today, and he's going to have some finish coming out of that A other than. Tough race last time.
El Grillo, yeah. Michael Gorham, he popped with a couple nice price winners last fall here at Laurel Park, so you have to respect the barn there for the 4. What do you make of the 7 here? Marty with the party. Beaten, favored the last 2 starts for trainer Claudio Gonzalez. Now, the race 2 back, that was against Open 8,000, tougher company. He dropped to the nickel last out. Now, he didn't have a very good post. He had to break from the 1 hole, and he went to the front, and they pressed him early, and he just collapsed, gave way at what, almost even money. He gets a better outside post. He should get a better trip today and run a little bit better today in the small field.
His prime speed rival scratched. Sing Praises, who I thought was going to be right on the engine. But last time, he cleared against a field that he should have been able to last a little bit longer. I don't like how he gave in. Right. He's going to be around, but I think Big Slick is going to try to go after him a little sooner. Yep.
All right, so nice open nickel going 5.5 to kick off the early pick 5 here in race 1 with that mandatory payout on that early pick 5. Let's turn the page here. You like the early pick 4. That starts in race 2. This is a new condition here. Claiming 12,500 4 and up, which have not won 3 races in 2018. That's the condition. This is kind of a beaten 12-5 going 6 furlongs. Here's your early pick 4 ticket.
Yeah, $18 ticket, very affordable. I see that 4th race as a real crapshoot. Second race, I narrowed it down to 2. Grecian Prince, going to try to make it 2 in a row here for McMahon. Did win 2 races at least in 2018. Hurricane Bear first off the claim. 3rd race with the 1, 4, and 7. Or past the old veteran, going to try to rally into it behind Zentastic and Bobcat. 4th race, I really had trouble. There was some scratches in the 4th. We have 4 scratches out of there. Take out the 5, 7, 11, and 12. Not a lot of real proven form in here. We've got some first-time starters. Live barn with Engelhart with a first, but draws the rail. I go 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 in race number 4. And the 5th race, it's all going to come down to double the cheers. In attack mode for Kevin Patterson, teaming up with owner Robert Cole into the condition race. Out of a tougher Charlestown race. You see Grecian Prince in there. He's going to be my top selection for the 12-5.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. I have the 3 double the chairs on top in race 5, so we both like that horse. And I think you're right. Race 4 is wide open. That maiden 16 for 3-year-old fillies. I have the 2 Rosari on top. We're not going to get 12 to 1 with all
not
the
with
scratches.
the scratch, especially
a couple of 4 big late scratches there in race 4. So a wide open condition. Let's take a look here at this second race. Claiming 12-5, having won 3 races since the beginning of 2018, going 6 furlongs. I end up on the 6, my top pick, Hurricane Bear. First off, the claim for Claudio Gonzalez. He's 27%. You get Adrian Flores, the 5-pound apprentice, on this 5-year-old. Beaten against open 16,000, going a mile last out here at Laurel Park. Was claimed out of that race by Claudio, going from a 13% trainer to a 27% barn here. He's taking a little drop in class off the claim. We're cutting back to a sprint. Claudio route to sprint 28%. So I like that angle. I go with the 6 Hurricane Bear on top.
Yeah, vied through some pretty quick internals, going a mile distance, turning back into this horse is won at 6 furlongs. Nobody likes to win more than Super C, and Claudio, attack mode here, claims, waits the appropriate time, and gets in for the right tag. There's not a lot of true speed, Stan, in the second race, so I think Hurricane Bear has got to be forward. I just like the races, the last 2 races that Grecian Prince comes out of. Proven winner, a couple wins in 2018. Schlosser, kind of a key horse at Charlestown last time out, and the 2-back try showed a little bit more, didn't show as much speed, but now ramped into it. It was coming off of a mile race. October 3rd, the mile at Delaware, came back sprint. He was a little further back, a little better company, showed a little more speed at Charlestown. He's going to be in touch, and I think he can wear him down through the stretch. 2 or 6 for me here in race number 2.
And the 2, Grecian Prince, he couldn't fit this condition any better. He won a race in January of 2018, just recently won a race. So this is a dream condition for the 2, Grecian Prince, for trainer Hugh McMahon and Freddie Heyman and Matthew Smoot. Katie Davis will ride the 2, so we both like the 6-2-2-6 on top. We both like the 3 here, Silver Starship, for Amy Albright. 6-year-old, had a nice win against Allowance Company, first level Allowance Company back in September at Penn National. Got a sharp 71 buyer that day. He ran a good 3rd last out against Open 12-5 up there at Penn National.
And coming back to a track he's familiar to. Look at that. He's familiar with, I should say. 4 starts at Laurel, 2 wins, a 2nd and a 3rd. Was off a long time. May of 17, came back in June of 18. He's kind of run pretty steady. His numbers pretty much the same. He runs that higher 60 number most of the time. He doesn't have a ton of true speed, but against this group, he got to be forwardly placed, it looks like. Brings down a hustling rider. Vieto, I like this kid as a rider, so dropping into the condition, this horse got to be close to. Yeah.
And you have the 5 in the mix with Exaltation. First off the claim here for Jerry Brooks. So now a 9-year-old beaten favored for Open 8,000 last out. Now steps up to this beaten 12-5. He's done all his winning on turf and synthetic. I wasn't sure what to make here of the 5.
Took him to the age of 8, right, to try a fast-made track. Yeah, so, and horse didn't run that bad. Got a good setup. Turning back will be a little bit further back. Number works. Is sprinting going to work for him? Can he make a good progression from off the pace? Because I think he's going to find himself a little further back today.
All right, so nice sprint there in race 2 to kick off that early pick 4. Let's turn the page here. Race 3 will start today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. Nice carryover today. Let's show you what we have in the cooker. $4,132 for the Rainbow Pick 6 carryover today. Starts in race 3. I have a ticket. Let's take a look here. I'm gonna go 4 deep here in this first leg, using the 1, 3, 4, 7. The 7's my top pick here in race 3. That's Bobcat.
Right.
McCarthy aboard for Jamie Nass. That's going to be one of the favorites in race 3. But I'll go 4 deep, see if we can pull off a mini upset. Then race 4, that's a maiden 16, 3-year-old fillies. I know you go deep in this race. I go 4 deep in there. The 1, 2, 3, and the 10. Then race 5's a beaten nickel, going 5.5. I go with the 2, 3, 4 in there. I think I'm covered there with Sir Rockport,
Okay.
double the cheers, and awesome standard. Then race 6, that's a nice starter allowance. I go with the 6 Southern Myth, who's going to be the heavy favored. But the 5, Nick Papa Giorgio, gets Trevor McCarthy, a nice maiden score last out. So I go 5-6 there in race 6. Then race 7, our feature of the day, a nice third level allowance contest for filly mares, 5.5. My best bet of the day. I like the Flint Stites 4-year-old filly, the 3, Reality Queen, with Jacqueline Davis aboard. I'll single on that filly in race 7, our feature. And then race 8, that's a maiden 50,000 for 3-year-olds, going 7 furlongs to 3. Glorious Weekend looks interesting in there for Marco Salazar. And then Gary Capuano as a first-time starter by the Factor, the 6 Giant Viking, who I use as well. So a very affordable $38.40 play. You can study all of our tickets some more on the laurelpark.com website underneath the handicapping section. Let's take a look here at the third race, claiming 5,004 and up. And we also start the rolling super high 5 right now in the third race. Every race with 7 or more horses, we have the super high 5, and that's a low 15% takeout. So that also starts here in the third. So lots of action for this beaten nickel. 4 and up, haven't won a race in 6 months, never won 4, going 5.5. We both like the 7 Bobcats, going to be awfully sharp here. Third off the layoff for this winner gets Trevor McCarthy. 4 trainer Jamie Nass gets in a nice condition. He's a 3-time winner at Laurel Park. His last race wasn't very good, but he's capable of better, and I think we'll see that today in this spot.
Yeah, this is a horse third off the layoff, right? Little rest from July to December. We know he likes Laurel Park. 3 for 9. A little stat for Ness. 5 for 14. It's 36%. Third off of a layoff, running for 10,000 or less on the dirt and sprinting. So that bodes well. Bobcat at the 5.5 furlong distance. I think this condition fits him like a glove. Another race where you're looking. Well, I guess the speed might be the 3 here for Juan Vasquez, Wizard of Oz, but I don't think Bobcat is going to let him get too far away. I think with McCarthy, this was a choice. McCarthy has been riding fantastic a lot. He ends up here. He pressures from the outside edges by, but he's going to have to hold off Fantastic. Fantastic's been hampered by a couple bad starts, but showing a lot of heart through the final eighth of a mile. He's going to be I think he's going to be rolling at them. Bobcat could be life and death to hold on.
It was tough to pick Bobcat on top over Fantastic because of the good form that Fantastic's in. I go with Bobcat because that's where McCarthy goes.
Yes,
so maybe a tip of the hand there. McCarthy goes with the 7 Bobcat. That's where I go. We both like the same 4 horses there in race 3. Let's take a look here at the 4th race. This is a wide open affair to kick off the late pick 5 here in race 4. No carryover, but as always, that industry low 12% takeout on both the pick 5s here at Laurel Park. All right, let's take a look here at race 4. Maiden claiming 16,000. 3-year-old fillies going 5.5. Scratch the 2-1 morning line favored in here. That's the 5. Margie's Band is out. Scratch the 7 Foggy Dreams, who I liked as well. That filly's out. I also like the 11 Devil's Revolution. She's scratched. And I kind of like the 12 Echo of Victory with McCarthy. That filly's scratched. So 4 late scratches here. The 5, 7, 11, 12 are out of race 4. Still a nice 8-horse field. And you like the 2 a little bit as well. Rosario, I'm just going to forgive her for that last race. Just pretend that last race didn't happen. She's 0 for 2 in the slop now. She was in very good form before that against Maiden 25,000 Company. You get Jorge Riaz. He's doing well this winter. John Salzman Jr. with a couple wins to kick off the winter meet. So I'll go with the 2, Rosary, taking a drop from Maiden 25 to the Maiden 16 today.
Really didn't have a comfortable trip at all last time on a sloppy sealed surface. It seems a little bit better on a drier track, which she's going to get today. I go with the 4. They're out of the same race, that December 21st race. Weekend Flyer, it was second-time blinkers that day, off of a drop out of a tough maiden special weight race, fashion faux pas for Delacour, I believe, right, and came back to win. Weekend Flyer broke well, was right up with the leaders early, but then Weston just kind of took back out of a spot. This horse didn't really get it going till late. We're going to go third-time blinkers, a little drop back in class. Experience is going to help the 2 and the 4, no doubt about it. Some questionable firsters here with some barns that really don't win a lot with first-time starters. So I'm going to go hedge with the experienced Weekend Flyer, more aggressive ride after that good break if she can, and I think she can go ahead and run right along with Rosario and maybe edge on by late.
All right, I didn't use her, but she's taking a drop today. You get Weston Hamilton, you'll get a decent price probably on the 4 Weekend Flyer. We both like the 1 Ballerina Gal, a first-time starter for trainer Jeremiah Engelhardt. He's 21% with his debut runners. Georgie Vargas Jr. rise. She gets Lasix in debut. Some okay works up there on the Belmont training track. I don't like the inside post she gets today, but she's well entered against Maiden 16.
Yeah, it's my lucky day. The sire hits it with about 18% of his firsters on the dirt and sprinting, so that bodes well. She draws inside. Mare bottom side, all turf. 4 for 19. All of her wins were on the grass, but this horse is a half to a horse by the name of Soldier and Rain by Warpass, who ran upwards of a 98 on the dirt. All foals are winners, so that's encouraging. You've got a tough jockey-trainer combination, and I think if any one of these firsters is really going to jump up and run big, I'm going to hedge with the 1 Ballerina Gal.
Yeah, you have to respect the barn. How about the Lynn Ashby first-time starter by Plan, a Maryland bred out of a Dixieland band mare. Alex Centron takes the call. A nice half-mile work from the gate. January 4th here at Laurel, 49 flat. Another nice half-mile work from the gate, 48-3. December 20th here at Laurel, and you get a top rider like Alex Centron to take the call here. She gets Lasix in debut. The 3 Polished Gal wouldn't be too much of a shocker against this group.
Yeah, I see Plan, I see Turf, when I see the Dixieland bound on the bottom off track, maybe that, but Barnes going to have to show me a little bit more with the firsters, but drawing a rider like Centron is a positive for Polished Gal. This horse is going to escape, I'm sure, at a price.
The 6 I didn't use, but that Phillies Lie by Dominus for Jerry Brooks. Carol Cedeno, good rider. Some okay works over there. Pimlico, she gets Lasix in debut. Good post position for her debut assignment right in the middle of the field. I think that's right where you want them. So the 6 is kind of a race. Maybe you hit the all button. There's 8 fillies in here, and if you can afford to hit the all button here and look for some singles elsewhere.
That's why we spread in here. I think this is an absolute must. You can't take anything, less than 7-2 on a horse in here. Really, if you're betting flat.
Okay. Yep. All right, let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, the late pick 4 starts in race 5 today. We'll take a look right after this.
When it comes to getting back in the game, there's only one team to turn to. The team more high school, collegiate, and professional athletes train and recover with. That team is MedStar Sports Medicine. For more than 30 years, MedStar has served as a leader in the diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Ranked among the top programs in the Maryland and Washington regions, we offer rapid access to athletes of all levels. Let the pros who treat the pros treat you. MedStar Sports Medicine.
All right, welcome back. The late pick 4 starts in race 5 today. We're going 5.5 furlongs, claiming 5,000 for 4 and up. Haven't won a race in 6 months. Never won 4 is the condition. I had the 1 Pradho Bay on top, but the 1 scratched, so I end up on the 3. Your top pick here. You key on this horse on your early pick 4 ticket. The 3, Double the Cheers, been running well, beaten favored in his last 3 starts, but good efforts, all good races since Kevin Patterson and Robert Cole claimed the 7-year-old son of Concerto. A couple good seconds against Allowance Company at Charlestown, going 7 furlongs on a fast track, and a decent third last out in the slop, going 6.5 at Charlestown. The horse only 2 for 10 in the slop, so 7 furlongs, 6.5. Now we cut back to 5.5. I think the 3, Double the Cheers, going to be dead fit for the distance with Boca Chica aboard for Kevin Patterson.
Boca Chica will have him into the race early and often. Awesome Standard's got plenty of speed, too, the 4 horse. But the 3, I just think, comes out of a little bit better race. The last 2, Cerebral, been following him, but Charlestown, he's been on a roll. There, Grecian Prince, who we like for 12-5. Right. So this horse, I think, it may not be quite as quick as Awesome Standard, maybe through the opening quarter. I think they're going to be within range. this is an attack move. He's like 42, 43%. Well, Patterson's high with everything that he does, right? But he's about 42% with these double droppers in class. So that works for me. And I know you've got a send-him type of rider in Boca Chica. I think he's taking some heat. They're just frustrated. They've claimed this horse for 16. Cole usually wins off the claim. You know, it doesn't take him 3 or 4 races. Well, they're going to pull out all the stops this afternoon.
Yep, all right, see if they get the money. That, but the 2, Sir Rockport with McCarthy right to the inside. Just forget about that last race at Penn National. I don't know what happened there. Beaten favorite at almost even money, just through a clunker. Just forget about that race. The couple races before that were very good. Now we're dropping to the beaten nickel today. You get McCarthy. I think the 2, Sir Rockport, going to be a major factor here in the 5th.
Yeah, kind of run at his lowest level of life. And is he a need to lead type? That's the thing that scares me. At this level, maybe he can just kind of be a stayer and hang around. Yeah, a little disappointing effort last time. An excuse, Paul. You see the short comment, bobbled at the break and eased up with Tyler Conner, got the right rider in McCarthy. Yeah, Coleman Fire has done really nothing wrong last cup. I know the 7/8 tried 2 back, 7 feet and 6, but tried. Now Corjon came back to run a big race against much better company. Shorter field now with a couple scratches. His horse circles and makes a run into it. The 9. Yeah.
Sure. With Ty Lai, Bustina aboard. All right, so we like the same 4 runners there in race 5. Let's turn the page here. Race 6, a nice 25,000 starter allowance contest, going a flat mile for 3-year-olds, which have started for 25 or less and never won 2 is the condition. We both like the 6 on top here. We have a video spotlight to show you of Southern Myth, a 3-year-old son of Gio Ponte, full of run in his debut assignment against Maiden 25 for Hammy Smith.
Picked this horse up, man. Around the turn, was under a hustling ride throughout. It was well meant, was bet. Comes up behind horses, even has to wait just a smidgen, maybe loses a little momentum at the quarter pole, is able to kind of navigate away and alter out past the 8th pole. You're going to see the rider, Caramanos F, definitely move this horse to the outside. Look at this finish. This doesn't look like a first-time starter. Looks like an experienced racehorse, and that's what happens. You get these horses down at Ellery Training Center. They get plenty of experience down there. A steady surge, even just relaxed late was Caramanos. When I was looking at this horse's breeding prior to the first time, I'm thinking a little bit more speed. But, I mean, the way he was able to handle that and keep going, I think he's going to appreciate the mile distance. Talked to owner Jerry Romans a little bit about this horse. He was pleasantly surprised about really how good this horse ran. Expected an effort, maybe not quite that good, and he thinks the mile is what this horse wants. So I'm going to trust in Jerry, good buddy of mine. Got to meet him down there at the Ellery Trials. Southern Myth, he got away with him. For 25. You're not going to get him today for 25.
Looked like he was fresh off an Ellery Cup win.
It looked like it.
There in that debut, angling out and going by horses. So now the question is he a real good closing sprinter, or can he stretch out to the mile today? His running style there and that debut win suggests he should like the mile today. You get Toledo. Toledo will give him a smart, patient ride. So we both have the 6 Southern Myth on top. That big 60 Buyer speed figure kind of jumps off the page at you against the rest of this group. But how about the 5, Nick Papa Giorgio? I think you liked this horse last time. 3-year-old son of outflanker, got the money at almost 4-1 last out, going a mile for the first time, dropping the maiden 25. Now his confidence is sky high. McCarthy back aboard. You know this horse likes a mile, so don't sleep on the 5, Nick Papa Giorgio, with McCarthy aboard.
He got the better of a hammy runner last time in Southern Rules, and McCarthy did a great job. This horse bounced around a little bit at the break. I liked him that day. I thought he was going to be maybe the speed because he was rated back off the pace on the 11th. But no, he settled this horse, worked through a little traffic around the turn. A good sustained run for Nick Papa Giorgio. Certainly a user underneath. He's going to have to improve a little bit more if he's going to get by this favorite. But I like how he's got the bottom. I think the 2 Charging Line fits very well, too. You go back 4 starts. Was making a good move at Delaware, unfortunately. Had Clipfields, went down. He's running against the right kind of repeat winners. I like that. I think he might sneak away at an okay price as well. He finished 4th. He finished 5th. But, numbers aren't great. He's run against the right kind, and I know he can stay this distance. Is he as fast as a 6? Maybe not. But at an 8-1, 6-1, he's a user in your exactas, no doubt.
Sure, yeah, I didn't use him, but his lone try going long on a fast track, he won. That's when he broke his maiden last September at Delaware. So you get the apprentice Adrian Flores there on the 2. I throw the 3. He's no bull into the mix. Trainer Danny Ware as his 3-year-old by Haynesfield. You get Sheldon Russell to ride. A decent effort against Allowance Company last out on the synthetic at Turfway. The main track races aren't as good as that synthetic race. You got a lifetime best 58 buyer in that synthetic race. So is he getting in good form now, or was it just or did he just jump up and run a big race because he liked the synthetic at Turfway?
A little synthetic aberration. I don't know. He's going to have to show me a little bit more on the main track.
All right, so nice starter allowance there in race 6. Let's turn the page. Race 7, our feature of the day to kick off the late daily double. It's a third-level allowance condition. Optional claiming $50,000 for filly mares 4 and up, going 5.5 furlongs. And let's start here with the 6. We both like the 6. You have the 6 on top. Adios Annie, the beaten favored at this level last out. Looks like she didn't like the slop, and she probably didn't like the 1 hole either. She gets a fast track today in a much better outside pose.
Yeah, inside draw, bounce around to the break, just sucked right back off the speed. There is some speed in here, but Adios is Annie, 2-back try. I like Majestic 1 in a race on Saturday in a good field. So Adios Annie works for me. All she's got to do is break. I think she can just sit on it, sit just off the pace, or go right to the front. I'll miss you. I still miss you. Has speed. She's perfect at the distance. The 5-horse for Englehart and McCarthy. But Adios Annie, I think I'm going to forgive the last. Her 2-back try was just too good for me visually. I think she comes back to it with an alert break.
All right, I use in my top 4. I made the 3 Reality Queen my best bet of the day solely on Andy Byers' speed figures. So Andy, don't let me down here. I give you a lot of free publicity. I use your speed numbers. There's other numbers I can use, but I use the Byers numbers from the daily racing form. And this 4-year-old filly just fired a couple 81 Byers, 2 back at Penn National against 2 other than Allowance Company. She won with an 81. That was on a fast track. And then right here at Laurel, last out on a sloppy track, going 6 furlongs at this 3 other than level. A real good second with an 81 buyer, beating Shannon Ghost in that race. Jacqueline Davis comes down the ride. This filly comes into the race off the best 2 buyer speed figures in the field. So we'll see if those numbers hold up here. This is probably a tougher group than those last 2 races, but she's in good form right now for our man Flynn Stites.
And winner last time out, she's stunning. She's no slouch. She was dead game against Miss Locust Point at Parks. The bettors just don't want to believe in this, so that helps you.
Sure.
You know, she's going to probably slip away to Price again.
All right, well, we have a video spotlight on the 1, Anna's Bandit. Here's the race from last June, late June, June 29th, against 3 other than Allowance Company.
Yeah, finally back in this condition. You're going to see this race. Strong performance. Zipper's Hero, Everlasting Secret, both next out winners. X-Man slipping through along the inside. A good charge from 5th. A couple lengths out of it past mid-stretch. Just wanted a little bit more ground. Anna's Bandit, though. She's bringing the run. That's her best number on the page. Will she come back to that 83? I don't know. I don't know if she quite has to. I think you're going to have to run right about an 80 to win this race. But, boy, never been off the board at 5.5. Yeah, she doesn't need to lead. She's going to be kind of maybe draft back a little bit further than you like. But, I mean, you like the heart and determination of this 5-year-old mare. She just brings it pretty much every start. She'll make a run into it for you.
Yeah, she's been running against nothing but stakes company recently, even though we're restricted stakes company, so some tough races. She's been running well. I don't like the inside post. I might have picked her on top if she had an outside post, but the X-Man just going to have to get a good break and try to navigate a good trip on the inside. The 5, I didn't use the 5. You get Trevor McCarthy there for Englehart. This horse, winner of 3 of his last 4. No good last out here. Was fourth at this level last out here. Allows on a sloppy track in December.
Yeah, if you kind of didn't have Adios Annie drawing to the outside, you look at her last race, breaking it down internally, opening quarter. Well, she was several lengths in front of, a few of these horses. So it'd be like, oh, she's going to be on the lead and she's going to clear easily. She doesn't necessarily need to lead. I just think she's going to get extra pressure from the 6 today. Maybe that perfect record at 5.5 could be in jeopardy this afternoon.
All right, it's a nice feature there in race 7 to kick off the late double. Come on, Andy, don't let me down. I need to cash a bet, man. I need to cash a bet.
Don't we all? Got to pay the Christmas, everything. You
right.
name it.
All right.
Doctor's bills when dealing with Morgan. Yeah, she said it never stops, Dan.
They
It
say
never stops.
there's a winner. Excuse me. There's a winner every race. We just gotta pick the right ones here. Nice carryover in the pick six today. Let's take a look here at the 8th and final race. Maiden claiming 50,000 for 3-year-olds going 7 furlongs. I go with the first-time starter on top here. The 6 Giant Viking 3-year-old by the Factor. Been working well here at Laurel Park for trainer Gary Capuano to get Weston Hamilton to ride. I like the works. Lasix end debut. I like the outside post.
Yep.
The Factor was a monster going 7 furlongs. He's been doing well as a sire, so I'll take a shot here with the 6 Giant Viking on top.
Interesting. Got to have a little bottom to win at 7 furlongs first time out, no doubt about it. I go inside. I go with another first-time starter, the 2 Dixie Draw for Hammy Smith, Skedaddle Associates. You look at the breeding by Done Talking out of a mare that was unraced. Second dam, I look back, she was a runner at Beulah Park. You're going to run this horse for $50,000. There's a horse you could probably get away with. You're looking at it for running for 10 and nobody might jump.
Sure.
I like the protect move. Only a couple works down at Ellery. Now Ship's up here. That's a positive. That move's been good to me. And I tell you, you look back on the stats with Hammy with these maiden claimers in that $40,000 range, the $25,000 range. He strikes at a pretty good rate. I think Dixie Draw is going to have plenty of bottom coming off of that training surface down there, and bodes well. And I think should be an okay price. I've got 9-2. This race was very difficult to line. With a 1 at a lukewarm 7-2 morning line favorite. For proven horses, I guess the 3's the horse to beat, though, Stan, right?
Sure.
The horse coming up from Churchill.
Yeah, we both use that horse in our exacta. Trainer Marco Salazar. He's 3 for 9 recently with a nice big positive ROI with new runners making their first start for him. And this horse, a good second at Keeneland, going 6 furlongs in the slot back in late October. That was against Maiden 30,000. A big 58 buyer that day. And then an okay 4th last out, going 7 furlongs at Churchill against Maiden 50. Hadn't run since late November. Some December works at the training track down there in Kentucky, I believe. Now in Marco's barn, you get Yomar Ortiz aboard. The 3 Glorious Weekend should be live against this group.
Yeah, Marco, he's having a rough last 90 days, only 1 for 35. But the only winner was a horse similar pattern. Came up from the same trainer, Larry Demerit's barn out of Kentucky. The 2-back try, good enough for me as well. 2 winners, 2 next out winners out of there in that October 26th race. So this horse we know can get the distance as well.
All right, so a nice group of maiden 50,000 3-year-olds there in race 8. We like some similar horses there. That 2 Dixie Draw, an interesting horse. I'd like to get the story on that. My theory is Hammy and Gory bred the horse. That they had the horse. The horse probably is training really well, and they called up Skedaddle, one of their longtime clients, Skedaddle, who owned Done Talking, and they won the Illinois Derby together. And they said, "Hey, we got a nice Done Talking. Why don't you buy this horse?" Some nice works down there at Ellery. Only needed 2 works up here at Laurel, so the horse was probably well prepared down there at Ellery.
Could be coming in dead fit.
Yep. You get Victor Carrasco to ride. So nice
That's
group
kind of his money rider. He does well with Carrasco from a spot. You look over 20% with a positive ROI.
And Victor and Trevor, Angel Sara is out there early in the mornings working hard, so they're doing well. So nice group of maiden 3-year-olds there in race 8. That's it. We're out of time. Dave Rodman, he's coming up next with today's scratches and changes. Nice carryover in that Rainbow Pick 6. Check that out. Don't sleep on it. Starts in race 3 today.
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right.
Good weekend. Let's get it done.
Good luck. Rodman's coming up next.
Good luck.